Hey everyone, before we dive in, if you're enjoying these stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. I was just about to lock up the office when I checked my phone. A text from Sarah popped up. Heading to bed early tonight. That's all it said. No reason. No sweet dreams. Just those few words that felt oddly final. A lot of guys might have let it slide. They might have figured she was simply worn out. But after being together for years, I'd gotten good at picking up on the unspoken stuff. My name's Alex. I manage projects for a living. A job that trains you to stay patient, spot the tiny details, and watch quietly before jumping in. I figured those same habits worked at home, too. I thought I could figure out Sarah's moods, guess what she needed, tell when she was really exhausted or when she was gently creating distance without admitting it. That evening, something about how she phrased the message set off alarm bells. There was this quiet assurance in it, a relaxed vibe that told me she wasn't just turning in early. Something bigger was going on. I gave it a few minutes before doing anything, like always, watching first, acting second. When I got home, the living room was still and dimly lit. The place had that soft lavender scent from her essential oil diffuser. I glanced down the hall. Everything looked ordinary. Still, a quiet gut feeling pushed me to open the security camera app I'd set up a while back. Not because I didn't trust her, but because I trusted hard proof more than any story she might tell. I pulled up the live view on my phone. My pulse stayed steady. No freak out. I just observed. At first, the bedroom looked empty. Then I heard the soft click of the door, saw a shadow move across the floor, and there he was, a guy I'd never seen before, stepping in carefully, like he knew exactly how much time he had. Sarah had no idea I was watching. She couldn't hear my phone as I accessed the feed. And in that instant, all the little things from the past few months, the late evenings out, whispered calls, random times she wasn't around, suddenly clicked into place. I didn't rush to call her out. No shouting, no slamming doors, no wild accusations. I just kept watching, noting every little move, every detail that spoke volumes without a single word. In my book, when someone accidentally shows you who they really are, getting loud only blurs the picture. Staying quiet and observant, that's when the truth gets impossible to ignore. I went through the recording slowly, frame by frame, in case I missed anything. The guy was tall, sure of himself, obviously comfortable in our space. He moved around the bedroom like it was his. Sarah didn't spot the camera, so she was completely natural, relaxed, even letting out a soft laugh. That same laugh she used to save just for me. Hearing it aimed at someone else hit me with a strange emptiness. Not fury, not devastation, just clear understanding. I finally saw where her real priorities lay, even if she never said it out loud. I thought back to all those nights she claimed she was too tired for closeness, too busy to talk, too distracted to connect. I'd stayed patient, offering support without pushing, listening without judging. But the gap between us kept widening anyway. It wasn't work stress or exhaustion. It was decisions. And decisions always come with outcomes. The next morning, she texted like everything was normal. Morning. Slept great. I left it on read. No reply needed. I went through my day calmly, thinking things over. My buddies picked up on the difference. They said I seemed easier in my skin, more in the moment, less on edge. Simple things like morning coffee, hitting the gym, or taking a quiet walk felt sharper, more alive. I'd stopped pouring effort into a one-way street. Quiet became my friend. Patience became my power. By that night, she noticed the change. Her texts came faster, more urgent. Why aren't you replying? Are you upset? We need to talk. I read them all and stayed silent. Steady. Unmoved. I didn't block her. I didn't lash out. I just let her sit with the situation she'd built. Each unread message acted like a mirror, showing her what she'd chosen. Then the little signs of worry started. She'd leave the house more often, check her phone anxiously, peek around corners like she felt eyes on her. That was enough. She was finally feeling the shift. I'd taken back my own power and stopped playing along with the neglect she'd gotten used to. Watching her deal with the fallout of her own choices, no yelling, no scene, felt stronger than any big blow-up I could have planned. A week went by, and my new rhythm locked in. I came home when I wanted, spent evenings on hobbies and books I'd put off, and started reaching out to friends who'd drifted away. The apartment, once thick with unspoken tension, now felt peaceful, like a real home again instead of a war zone. Sarah's presence no longer controlled my days, my mood, or my calm. The space I'd taken back said everything on its own. One evening, she got home early. The vibe in the air shifted. I was in the kitchen fixing a basic meal, totally relaxed. She paused in the doorway, eyes darting around, looking for anger or drama. She found none, just a guy who'd quietly chosen his own peace over the mess she'd brought in. That confident little smirk she'd worn lately was gone, replaced by hesitation. "Alex, we need to talk," she said quietly. I didn't flinch, didn't speak right away. I just nodded, letting the quiet do the talking. That silence carried more weight than any words. It reminded her of everything she'd brushed aside for months. I'd already moved forward inside, even if I was still there physically. She tried explaining, defending, begging. But I wasn't hunting for excuses anymore. I was seeing the pattern clearly. "I'm not angry," I said evenly. "I'm just clear now. You made your choices. I made mine. No opening for debate. No room for guilt games." She'd accidentally shown her true priorities, and my response was straightforward. Distance. That distance hit harder than any argument ever could. Over the next few days, her texts went from casual check-ins to desperate pleas. She tried pulling me back into the old pattern where her mood set the rules. I stayed quiet, centered, focused on me. Bit by bit, she saw that no amount of texting or maneuvering could erase what I'd figured out. The balance had flipped. She finally got it. I wasn't playing the uneven game she'd set up anymore. By the end of the month, I'd truly let go. I reconnected with old friends, picked up projects I'd shelved, and took back the energy I'd wasted on her games. Sarah reached out one final time, sounding almost fragile. But I didn't answer. No need. Letting her face the results of her actions quietly, without any fireworks from me, worked better than any fight. And for the first time in months, I felt free. Completely, truly free.